Okay, I just wanted to send you another video about Jupiter, the planet of wealth and abundance, because I realized there were a few things that I didn't mention before. Number one, Jupiter is actually going to be transiting through the sign of Cancer. When Jupiter crosses your natal ascendant on May 22nd. Uh, that's very good for you. Uh, Cancer is, of course, the ruling sign of your ascendant, and it's a sign that's very near and dear to you. So, this will probably increase the ultimate benefits and abundance and big dreams and ideas that Jupiter will give you. From May 22nd to September 7th, as Jupiter transits all the way through your first house, you'll probably be in a state of seed planting, of having big ideas, big focus, taking your life in a new direction. And then when Jupiter transits into your second house, which controls finances on September 7th, things will be more settled for you at that time, and you will likely also have a greater sense of a payout actually occurring then, of things being settled, your finances being in order. You've taken things in a new direction, and now you're ready to move on in a tangible way. The rubber will be hitting the road. I would just like to say that when Jupiter transits Cancer, it brings great focus to home and family. So for the period of May 22nd to September 7th, you may really be more focused on family than you have been in the past. In particular, your relationship with mother, as Cancer is the sign of mother. So you may be spending more time with family than you have in the past and be more involved in familial affairs. In addition, Cancer is the sign of the home. So when Jupiter transits into Cancer and through your first house, you're really going to be called to think about your living situation, think about where you live, think about how happy you are there. Jupiter is really a planet that often spurs us onto relocation. So there may be some seed planting for you to relocate or for you to travel at some point in the future, but these will likely be things that will be called into your mind during that period of time. And like I said, your solar return chart shows a great emphasis on relocation for the whole year. Again, Jupiter in Cancer is just going to really increase your sense of personal security. You're just going to feel a whole lot more confident in yourself, in your ability to accomplish big goals, in particular, your ability to have a sense of where your overall career path should be taking you. The other thing about Jupiter in Cancer is it calls us to think about something called active emotions. That's where when you have a personal relationship with somebody, be it familial or friendship or romantic, you can be there for that person in a sense of active feeling, meaning that you're trying to make them feel good. You're exuding well springs of compassion towards them. A very good example of this would be Mom's friend Carol Hyde. Have you ever noticed how everybody loves Carol, and she makes you feel so good about yourself when you're with her? That's what Jupiter in Cancer may be calling you to experience during those transiting months. You may have a real desire to bring a greater sense of compassion into your relationships, and think about how that can affect things overall. How can you be more nurturing of people just in an everyday basis? Again, Cancer is the birthplace of ideas. So with that combining with Jupiter, which acts as a lightning rod for big ideas, you're likely to have a much greater sense of clarity and overall vision in regards to your life as a whole, but in specific, your overall career path, because Jupiter is coming into your solar return 10th house. So a lot of this is going to be directed towards the concept of an overall career path emerging for you. In addition, Cancer is representative of where we're pregnant with the internal dwelling spirit. I believe some New Age gurus refer to this as Christ consciousness, the idea that, or the inner Buddha avatar, have you. So Cancer is a very esoteric sign. It's very important. So when Jupiter transits through this sign, it's going to cause you to have a greater sense of awareness of that inner spirit. And it's a time for you to connect into that spiritual root and figure out what it is that the spirit is calling you to do. What is your spirit ready and willing to birth into the material realm? What are you supposed to be working on spiritually right now? And getting right with these spiritual values and developing that personal mental model of the universe. All of that is going to be very enhanced by Jupiter's position here. In addition, Cancer calls us to think in terms of transcendental oneness. It's where the illusion of separateness fades away and we start to have this idea that we're all one. Everybody in the universe is just God expressing itself. Cancer can have a strong desire to enact in greatly humanitarian ways because the sense of transcendental love becomes more apparent now, especially with Jupiter transiting through it, which is a planet of personal love in the spiritual sense. So you may feel more called to become involved in humanitarian activities or charities during this period of time, be more compassionate just on a daily basis. But overall, again, you're really going to be focused on trying to find a career path that can fulfill your spiritual values and that you can feel really good about and feel that you're making a contribution to the greater good. All right, I think that's it.